Spike Vachito. We're here in the middle of a little mini Genesis block. I am joined now, though, by Mr. Latmacky. How are you doing this morning, my dude?
I am good. How are you, man?
I'm doing awesome. I'm about to say they got me on the early morning crew. Get to see some awesome speedruns. Just saw Alien Soldier. We got Daggering coming up next. And you've got a run in a couple of runs representing the TurboGrafx 16 community.
We are here. We are here.
With Ninja Spirit. It's awesome to see like they're making sure they get a little bit of TurboGrafx 16 love in there. This is, I remember I was a big part of the Speedruns Live community, the Mystery Tournament community, and they've always talked up that TurboGrafx 16 as a console has some really, really cool speedruns that a lot of people have no idea about. I want you to talk about, I mean, you've been here, you've done this, you're about to run Ninja Spear, you've done Bonk's Revenge at a past GDQ, representing TurboGrafx 16. What are some of you think just the top TurboGrafx speed games out there?
Well, admittedly, I'm a little bit biased.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's why
they're games that I run. But first of all, obviously Bonk's Revenge and Ninja Spirit are some fantastic games to really get into it. The thing that's great about a lot of TurboGrafx 16 runs is they're not very long. So if you're looking to start your speedrunning career, please join us in the TurboGrafx 16 community. Another great game is also Bloody Wolf, which is Rock Dog did at AGDQ last year. So I highly recommend any of those games because they're not longer than 15 minutes. You can learn them very quickly. And they're also, we talked about this earlier, they're available on the virtual console if you're on the Wii or the Wii U.
I was going to have this follow-up question. I was going to say, is there an official way that we can pick these games up right now? Because I'm not sure how many people can afford to go find a TurboGrafx 16.
Oh, man. Jump on eBay, and it's, you're going to look at the prices for TurboGrafx 16. It's like, why would I ever play a game on this console?
There's 12 of them left in the world.
Exactly. So no, but thankfully the emulation, we support emulation on all the leaderboards for TurboGrafx 16 games. But then a great way to get in is either the Wii Virtual Console or the Wii U Virtual Console. And they're actually, the emulation of them is really done well. So it's a great way to introduce yourself into it.
Yeah, I was interested in talking to you about, I guess it actually emulates the lag and whatnot from the games actually pretty well, because you'll play some games like N64 games, Mario 64 has way less lag. But here, pretty much you can stay on the same level as people playing on, even on original hardware.
And it also emulates the turbo correctly. So one of the unique things about the TurboGrafx 16 is that it actually had turbo buttons on the controller that came with the console.
Okay.
So it emulates the turbo the way that it's supposed to be emulated. So we don't have to invalidate or anything like that. Everyone's on a level playing field on the leaderboard. So something nice.
So let's talk a little bit about Ninja Spear. This was one of those, like, I obviously watched through your run. It was a great run. 925 on the leaderboard in third place. And it was one of those I knew, all right, it's a retro video game with the word ninja in the title. This is probably a hard as nails video game. One aspect I noticed about it was that you have a copy ability, which I believe in this game is the spirit ability, actually.
Yes.
Where you have, multiple copies of you on screen. That looked like a nightmare, managing all that with all the stuff on screen. What is the hardest aspect of this run? Is it management of those copies?
It absolutely is, and it's going to look simple when you watch it on screen because, you're just getting this and you're getting that, you're moving as you want, as you are.
というわけで、
But lag is a
引
real
き
thing
続
in this
き
game. So obviously drawing this many
Discord
sprites
の
on
方
screen
が
becomes a real issue. So you don't
今現
actually
在
get
作
fully
業
powered up, which
中
would
み
be
たいですね。原因が分かっ
yourself and
て、
two
その
other
修正
spirits
中らしい
until
ので、
later on in the
も
run
う
because
し
you
ば
want
ら
to
く
reduce
か
the
か
lag
り
early
そう
on
です。
with all the enemies.
ただ
Another
一部の人
aspect
が
of that, though,
何人かログインできているようなの
there's
で
the、
もうちょっとすれば治るのかなと思います。
Enemies will spawn where you have no idea where they are. But if you have a spirit with you, you have a chance of actually
で、次のゲームがですね、エクスランザーというゲームです。ちなみにこちらの方は開発の方はいらっしゃいません。
Do you like a speed game with a certain amount of RNG? It's a 10-minute run, but it feels like that does add a lot of depth to it, understanding the 1,000 different spots on a screen where stuff can spawn you have to worry about.
Yeah, there's probably something wrong with us speedrunners because we do enjoy games with all this luck, this randomness that's happening.
Right.
But it creates, first of all, it gives you a reason to play the game over and over again.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely part of it. But then secondly,
次の、エクストランザーの次の話になってしまうんですが、最後の、忍び道、忍道の方は、また、O2 さんが担当していただく予定になっておりますので、
times like a lot of us speedrunners do.
Right.
You'd like something different to happen, so
Absolutely.
goes well for it.
もしですね、ディスコードが復活しなくても、多分大丈夫かなと思います、現状からすると。
But I've also saw a few other games on there. Saw like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. What are some other passions that you have in the speedrunning community?
The first game that I ever speedrun was Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario 3, and as from watching after a GDQ, I saw Mitch Flowerpower do the wrong warp, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to play this game to be played like this. So, but also, I'm actually going to be
まあどんなゲームかもわからないですね、正直なところ。
Which is a Famicom game, another highly recommended speed game if you're interested in speedrunning, because it doesn't take a lot to pick up. You can pick up a speedrun of it very quickly. Now, to get your time up to the top 10, that takes a little more work.
That's always going to be the hardest part, obviously.
But the fact that there's actually a leaderboard for it, I really enjoy it. It's such a fantastic game, and it's really silly and really hokey at times, but it's a really enjoyable run.
Awesome to hear. Well, Lat Maggie, thank you for joining me this morning. I look forward to your run. Again, coming up, Ninja Spirit. It's got Ninja in the title. You know it's hard. We're going to send you guys back up to the front. Dagran's going to be taking on the heavy difficulty of Ranger X because of your generous donations. Keep them coming in, guys. SGDQ, we're not even 24 hours into this sucker. Enjoy the show, guys. Good luck.
All right, we got a cute couple cool donation challenges that still need to be met coming up a little bit later this morning. Half Minute Hero. Half Minute Hero has two challenges that both sit at $3,000 to meet each of those. One of them is Another Goddess and Hero 3. Right now, Hero 3 is at just under 1,000 of the $3,000 target, and the Another Goddess for Half Minute Hero is at $518. I know Dagran told me that's going to be his choice for donation incentives, and if you're looking for something to put your money towards, putting it to Half Minute Hero, always a good idea. We have $10 from Spoonman 54321 saying can't afford much this time around, but had to donate something. Donation goes to Chair Dancing Guy's choice. Keep making the breaks between games interesting, dude. And with that, we are going to go to Dagran for Ranger X that we've stepped up to heavy. Dagran, good luck.
Let's go.
Let's go.
First, I want to thank everyone for donating for the heavy difficulty. It is a true endeavor of a speed run, and like I said, decent chance of
なんかかっこいいロボットの絵が出てますね。
Game over will send you back to the beginning of the game, and thankfully we do have the codes, the level skip codes. If this happens, I'm hopefully not going to let that happen. And if it happens, you know, I'll smile. You know, we all will have a good laugh. You all will have a good laugh too, and whatnot. But the major difference with heavy difficulty here is that there are more enemies that you have to deal with. They do more damage. And specifically in the later portions of the run, there's more targets you have to destroy as well. So there's that to account for. And perhaps the biggest difference is that as points accumulate, you need more points to actually gain extra lives. And there's going to be lives that we're just going to be throwing away like candy and whatnot. And that's just because when you die, you will
XYZ?
just respawn
ん
exactly
何のソフトこれ
where you died. So it's not really a huge loss to die in this game
全
like
然
a lot of other games. It's
あ、メ
really
ガ
just
ドラの
mostly
ゲームなんだ。
about
へえ、あ、
mitigating
そっか。
unintended
あ、
deaths.
確かに。そしたらメガドラだったらあります
There's
ね、
a
確か
number
に
of。places where that can happen, and hopefully they will not happen. So, before we do get started, though, I guess I will introduce the entire couch. I know there's some new faces here. We have over here Larikos, who is going to be my primary commentator alongside me. And we also have Infinite Mystery over here, who is deciding to hang out with us along. You all know about Dr. Fatbody, Kick-Ass Pancakes, Sonic Man, 8, Kranoon, who you saw Alien Soldier, and Faust and Seipatu. So, that is the couch crew for you. And time just starts when we hit start on the main title screen here. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
はい、始まりました。グッドラックです。スタートですね。
Alright, so Ranger X is a bit unique among the shoot 'em ups on the Genesis because you control both Ranger X and the X-Up support vehicle. You're going to notice he's swapping between the two here to kind of divide the damage between the two. They both have independent health bars, so he's going to do that as a bit of a safety strat here to
すごい
ensure that he doesn't
し
lose
っかり
an
としたゲ
unintended
ーム
life here.
作り込みがありますね。グラフィックも綺麗だし。
Either of the health bars drop down to
これ
zero
変
here.
形してるのか、それとも分離してるのか、どっちなんだろう。
Right now he's opting for the grenade because it has the highest damage output to take out these targets. The game is split into 6 levels, each of which have 2 parts. The first part is you have to destroy a number of marked targets. In this level it's these catapults that he's taking out right now, and then that's followed up by a boss.
Alright, so yeah, we managed to avoid the death in
いや、
one
全くとりあえずわからないけど。これ何かのゲームでできる
In
のか
order to
な
actually swap weapons, you actually have to
エ
morph
エクスラン
into
ザ
the
ー。
X-Up itself. And I guess now would be a good time to talk about the power bar in the bottom right corner here.
Yeah, so in the bottom right, the power bar, it actually recharges based on light sources. It's solar powered. You're going to notice in the second level, especially in the caves where there is no light, he's not going to be recharging power, so he rations it very carefully to make sure that he doesn't run out.
実機でしかプレイできないんですね。そうですね。今ちょっと自分もググりましたけど、プラットフォームメガドライブって書いてあるんで、多分それだけですね。
Oh no, I got him! Wow. Yeah, so yeah, your jetpack actually does run out eventually, and you will just fall to the ground there. And yeah, the other thing was the flames actually do have diminishing returns. That's the main problem with that particular
結構派手ですよね。ちなみにですね、このジャンル面白いジャンルですね、タイトルが。一気当選式のシューティングゲームっていうジャンルらしいです。
Very carefully rations the power usage here to make sure that he doesn't run out and has to stop to recharge.
あんまり見かけないジャンルですね。
Recharge the power bar because I mean it's solar based, so we don't really have a light source. And this is also one of those kind of levels where you kind of are supposed to take it really, really safe. Like there's things you can disable in order to get rid of hazards, like disable them and get through without actually taking damage. But I mean, that's slow, and we want to go fast. So fortunately, that light source there is the only light source you get in the cave. You have to kind of break it open. And we needed just enough to be able to finish off the cave itself, which we're almost about to be done with this level. All right, there we go.
Well done.
That death I had in this level was intended. That's the only time in early game where I do prefer to actually take that death. So that was good. So I'm going to utilize the grenade here to get these quick kills on these targets. And I'm also going to take some damage boosts to launch myself forward to the right. Once I get rid of these targets, the boss is going to show up, and we're going to utilize the special weapon we got in the previous level on him. There are 4 phases to this fight, and the particularly important one is phase 2. If he is far enough to the right wall, he will not be able to shoot that giant laser he's trying to shoot there.
Yeah, so there's a beam that he actually fires during that phase, but since the boss is phased all the way to the right, he can't actually fire it because the beam would be spawning off the screen, so it just doesn't appear.
Okay, So 3-1.
はい、というわけでですね、
Here is
今は
the
緊
big
急的に
RNG level of the game. Time losses in
ス
this
カイプ
level
の
can
方
be
を
as much
使わ
as
せていた
40
だいております
seconds.
が、
That's how
聞
bad
こ
the
えますか
luck
ね、
is
他の
in
人。
this level. These targets here actually come from the sky above.
どうだろう。
Respawn is completely
参加してる
random. You have
聞
no
こえるのかな、こ
control
れ。
over it. So we're kind of hoping for, you know, quick spawns
こんばんは、こんにちは。
and late spawns on the right side, and we want to hopefully go
聞
from
こえて
the
ますかね？
left to the right. We're getting some pretty good spawns here actually.
スカイ
And
プ
once I get rid of these two
と
targets,
か
I'm
い
actually
う
gonna go back
ツール久々す
to
ぎ
the
て
left because I'll have one more spot.
不安なのです
It will
が、
show up.
音声の方大丈夫でしょう
Let's
か？
see if he comes.
音声がダメみたいですね。
As these targets
あ、
are
ダメ
enemy
ですか？
spawners, looks like they're gonna be waiting.
音割れしてるとか。
This is a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna have to try to
私たちじゃ
avoid
なく
damage
て、
for as long as I can. Okay, it's finally decided to show up.
ちょっとすぐ調整しますので。
The spawners that fall from the sky would appear all on the left first.
少し黙ってた方が良さそうですかね。
Go to the right side of the stage and then track all the way back
ちょ
to
っ
get the
と
ones
喋らない
later.
と、そもそも調整できないかもしれない
So,
の
I
で、
mean, it's
美味しいです
also
か？
luck. Like I got most
大
of
丈
them
夫か
on
な？
the left side to spawn, and what
あ、
was
そう喋りつつ
happening,
ね。
so
そう
on
です
my
ね。
part is the execution. I gotta be avoiding damage here. This is one of the levels where unintended death
どうですか、
can
このゲー
happen
ム。
if you do get
今
unlucky enough.
スカイプが勝手に音を小さくしてくるので、音曲もあんま聞こえないんですけど。
いやー、メガドライブので1993年に出たゲームとしては素晴らしい出来だと思いますね。
これね、一気当選型という名にふさわしい感じの縦横無尽っぷりが繰り広げられていきますが。
Alright, so I'm ahead from death. Looks like I am gonna probably die here. I'm gonna try to avoid this.
Ooh, it's gonna be close here.
いやー、それにしてもディスコードってやっぱ偉大だったんですね。
そうですね。
まあ、ゲームの話しましょうか。
ちょっと私、ゲームずっと見切れてなかったんですけど。
いや、私も、ちょいちょいね、どこのチャットを見ればいいんだろうっていう風に、目線がいろんなところに行き過ぎててですね、いろんなものを見落としてるので、まあ、ボス戦っぽいですね、今は。
綺麗なゲームですね、本当に。
うん、本当綺麗ですね。まあ、後ろに富士山も見えてて、あっという間に終わりましたが。まあ、欲を言うんだったら、ステージ案内だけお願いしますっていう感じですね。わからない人用に。
確かにそうです。
do expect to die in. It usually is unintended, but it also can help for the benefit of speed. It very much looks like we're going to be taking a death. Okay, we did make that jump. Thank goodness.
ただ飛んでるだけなのに弾が当たらない。
Get high enough, you will just end up falling straight down. These grenades here that the targets are shooting, they do cause splash damage.
今一瞬コンティニューの文字が見えたような気がしたんですけど、気のせいだったみたいですね。
気のせいですね。このビルのガラスに反射して映っている手前側のビル群、綺麗ですね。
And there we go, boss is dead.
Boss is down. So yeah, that boss is sort of on a global cycle. He kind of spins around, and as long as you know when to unleash the laser, that you will always land that laser on the target. He doesn't have
ちょっと待って、今クリア終わったの今ので。ビーム線が1本見えて、しばらく何もしなかったら終わっていた。
They do a ton of damage each. The goal here from most of these is he's going to destroy these little rails that they're running on. That way they'll just fall off of it and get destroyed. And they don't need to be on screen to fall off the rails. So he's just going to hit the rail switches and then run away.
聞こえますよ。
Yeah.
聞こえますね。
The targets will just slide
はい。
right off.
はい、こんばんは。 He's also getting
これでね、わからないゲームに対しては人数を揃えていくということで。
security drones to target him, and that can be a lot of trouble. Although it can also refill his power as well.
Okay, nice. So it looks like we're gonna get through this
こ
level.
れ今、左下の喋ってる人の表示も消えてるので、誰が誰だかわからないと思うんですけど、まあ、全員モデレーターで、まあ、私はプレイヤーキッチンで、
しゃがみだいと申します。よろしくお願いします。
ではまあ、一応、あと一人おなじみ、マウスさんですけど、ちょっと、ごちゃごちゃしすぎるのを嫌って、多分、静かに聞いているんだと思いますが。
いや、ね、
あ、
さすがにお腹空いたな。
マウスさん休んで。
マウスさんはちょっと休んでいただいて、本当に緊急時ディスコードで生き残ったのはマウスさんだけだったという事情により、ずっとマウスさんが話していたのですが。
じゃあ、あとよろしくお願いします。
はい。
はい。
ゆっくり休んでください。
That's kind of getting caught in the ceiling. He contains a shield. I need to kick him 15 times to unlock it. Sometimes it won't properly spawn.
グラフィックがすごいですね。
メカドライブのゲームとはちょっと思えないぐらいの。
プレイングが結構さっきからなんかゴリ押しっぽい雰囲気が。
So what the shield does is it gives Ranger X full invulnerability, and it also does contact damage to anything that he comes into contact with.
It does drain quite a bit of power. This stage, for the most part, has light sources everywhere. It's everything in the background, but there is spots like this one here where it darkens the area, and you can't actually get a light source.
シールドを張りながら。
とにかく
怖いですよね。なんかでも実際なんか普通にプレイしてもある程度ゴリ押ししないとやってられないぐらい敵の量が多そうですよね。
シールドのパワーがなくなったらそのまま突撃してっていう感じなんですかね。
一瞬なんかコンティニューの文字が見えるんですよね。なんかボタンを押したらそのまま続けられるっぽいんで。
ああ、じりじり進んでるゲームをゴリ押ししてるのね。なるほど。なんか付け替えましたね。武器、ボス戦かな
ですかね、そろそろ、このステージも長いですし。
おー、なんか必殺技っぽいの使って倒しましたよね。
目があまり目に良くない背景ですね。完全アンチだからと思ったら全然違いましたね。
And we have $15 from Aludra233 who says, Aludra here. Thank you guys for always bringing the positive energy and being so supportive to each other. Good luck to both Kronun and Dagrin.
Thanks, Aludra. All right, so we're going to swap to the shield. This fight...
Oh, time is coming up shortly.
なんか強そうなのが。なんか出てきましたけど。相変わらずご利用し。
シールド張りながらご利用してますけど。
ご利用しですね。お、グッドゲーム。
ゲーム早いです。
早いですね。
時間より。
At the time that I began picking up this game, the record was like 14, 20 I think. That was by Sean Cass, so big shout outs to him. And another few shout outs to a number of other people that were kind of key and essential for where the game is now in terms of the speed run. I want to once again thank my primary commentator here, Laricos, for suggesting this game to me.
Thank you.
And one more final shout out to, and that is speedrunner Crank Dud. He kind of injected some new strategies. Completely sort of different from
とりあえずシールドで体当たりして、なくなったら体当たりして、体当たりするゲームでしたね、とりあえずね。シューティングゲームなのか？お、
一応方向地形のシューティングだったんじゃないですか。
One more shout out, and that is to Naglaria for even bringing this game to light at all. So thank you if you are watching, Naglaria. All right, and that's it. Thank you, GDQ staff. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Well, and thank you as well, Dagrin, for that amazing run. Got a quick donation for you here, $25 from Germ that says, loved Ranger X as a kid, so happy to see it being run.
ということでね、エクスランザーでした。全然解説も何もできないんですけど、綺麗だなって言っているうちに終わってしまいましたが、次のゲームは、そうですね、解説の方いらっしゃいますので、一度失礼します。